Good evening, all. A special evening broadcast with Epic Tri-County CT, our new E.P.I.C.alm, where we invite a guest meditator to come and bring us on a special journey. And tonight we are very thrilled and pleased and happy to present and honor us with Cathy Stubbs, who is the owner of Eagle Flight Healing, and she's just got a little bit of healing under her belt. She's a shaman, a certified light body healer, an RN, and a Reiki master, just to name a few. So I think we're in good hands with our meditation tonight. So I'm going to let her come in, and then she'll tell you a little bit about herself and then lead us in a lovely 20-minute or so meditation. And at the end, we're just going to ease out. There will be no closure, just Cathy saying thank you and whatever else comes to her mind peacefully. So I'm going to bring Cathy on now. Hello, Cathy.
Hi, everybody. How are you all tonight? I'm so pleased and honored to be here with you. And this is a great little visual imagery healing experience that I'm going to provide for you. You know, shamans believe, as does many now, quantum physics, etc., that we create our now moment from the future. And those of us who aren't creating the joys and the dreams that we really want to have in our lives, it could be because of stuff that you're held over in the past. And some of that stuff might be thoughts, different emotions that are way down in the subconscious, different programming. It could be low vibration emotions. And so we're going to do a visual imagery tonight called the beam of light resonance healing. And one of the most important things with this healing is to use your imagination. I'm going to provide information as to what to imagine. We're going to call in beams of light that will enter each and every one of you, and we're going to create a vortex of light. We're going to work with your higher selves and your unseen to help you release low energy vibration, emotions, etc. And it's a beautiful healing. You'll feel lighter. And then at the end, we're going to call in beautiful high energies that are of high resonance, like illuminated hope. And finally, at the very end, we're going to ask your higher self to bring in an optimal future self. There are lots of futures out there for each one of us from our dreams and our imaginings. And we can access that future and have them merge with you. And so that's what we're going to do tonight. And so we're going to get started pretty much right away. If you're interested in some of the shamanic work that I do, we release things from the past, we work with the future self, and I'm at eagleflighthealing.com. Okay, so I'm going to start by calling in and doing something called the Ritual of the Nine, which is calling in a whole bunch of healing, beautiful, unseen to help us with our healing tonight. Calling the wind, Raphael, calling the wind. Calling the fire, Miguel, calling the fire. Calling the water, Gabriel, calling the water. Calling the earth, Uriel, calling the earth. Calling the energies above, calling God, calling Goddess, calling all that is. Calling the higher self, the soul, and the spirit of each person listening to this now and perhaps in the future. Calling the guardian angels of each, calling the unseen of each participant, calling the energies below, calling the energies behind, that of each one's ancient spiritual tradition, and calling the one on the dew line. Calling the energies before, that of each one's truer self and that of each one's optimal future self, and calling the energy within. Calling the unconditional love and healing energy of our abundant, loving earth. Calling this beam of light, of this unconditional love and healing energy to come from deep within the earth, rising up. Calling down the unconditional love and healing energy of God, of Goddess, of all that is. Calling the resonance of love on the C note. Calling the resonance of the new love from the new world. Calling the unifying force of the universe, and calling the spiraling light of transcendence. And a beam of light starts from our earth coming up through, and a beam of light comes from high in the heavens coming down. Coming smoothly and coming quickly, down through the heavens and up through the earth, breaking through the earth, coming down through the stratospheres, now coming through the ceiling, coming through the floor, and each one enters into the first chakra. The beam coming up enters the first chakra of each person here, and the beam from above enters the seventh chakra. Gently and tenderly coming down into you, coming up through you, and now coming smoothly to meet in the center, in the solar plexus, forming a radiant beam of light right through you. And we ask this beam of light in each one to form into a column of light. We ask this column of light to extend into a beautiful column of light so that it includes the entire physical body and the entire light body. And so each beam now extends into a beautiful column of light. Imagine this happening. And now we're going to call this column of light to become a vortex of light. Asking this column of light to start its spin. And thus the column starts spinning. Slowly at first, starting its spin, its rotation. And it starts spinning faster and faster, and faster and faster and faster. You start feeling a little bit of the draw, a little of the breeze that it makes against your skin, spinning faster and faster and faster into a virtual vortex of light. And now we ask this vortex of light to help withdraw that which is of no longer ease and elegance within each one. We ask the higher self and those unseen to help withdraw the low vibration energies, to help withdraw the shame hidden so far deep into the subconscious, so far out of the unconscious, withdrawing that shame. And we ask each one to open, asking your bodies to open miraculously to this vortex of light. Feel the suction of it almost, the draw against your hair. And we ask it to withdraw anger and rage that might be buried deep within. We ask it to withdraw loneliness, even loneliness that was shoved down many years ago at another time in life. We ask it to withdraw revenge. We ask it to withdraw pain, taken in so much pain over life, it gets shoved deep into the unconscious. It comes out through our bodies in the form of physical pain and distresses. Allowing the pain to come out, allowing the vortex to draw it out, allowing your higher self and your soul to reach deep in to withdraw this. We ask to withdraw this light, this vortex, to withdraw fear. We live in a fearful society. Fear will imprison us and help us limit ourselves. We ask it to withdraw fear. We ask it to withdraw blame from wherever it took place in our lives, withdrawing blame. And the vortex spins, and the withdrawing, the suction of these from your body, physical, from your light body, all of your aura. We ask this vortex and the higher self to work to withdraw for this cleansing. We ask the vortex to withdraw impatience and despair and hopelessness. We've all felt hopeless at times in our lives, and perhaps some do in this moment, to withdraw the storage banks in our light bodies of hopelessness, to withdraw jealousies and greeds, to withdraw impatiences, feeling this vortex as if it's sucking it out of you. We ask it to withdraw rages and guilt. Each one of us has guilt. Guilt is a man-made button that we ourselves push. And yes, we can feel so much guilt and shove it down. Withdrawing guilt from deep within. And we're going to ask this vortex of light to hold its spin as the work is done. Withdrawing self-hatred. Some of us have come to dislike and hate parts of ourselves. Withdrawing self-hatred from our hearts, even if it is there, wherever it is, in the subconscious, in the unconscious. Withdrawing pain. Withdrawing the pain of rejection that we have experienced at times in life. Withdrawing the pain of humiliation. Withdrawing the self-doubts. Withdrawing the self-criticisms. Let it flow, open magically to this beam, to this vortex of light, open magically to shed all of this. And you will raise your energy of vibration. Withdrawing fear again, shame, despair, loneliness, hopelessness. Magically allowing this work to be done with you tonight. Holding this vortex at its spin will allow it to work on you with the help of your unseen, your higher self, helping to release these things which keep one in a low vibration of energy. Allowing the despair to come out from deep within. Even the despair of isolation in these times. Withdrawing pain, guilt, resentment, blame, impatiences, restlessness, boredom, withdrawing the not good enoughs, calling and withdrawing the indeservability that holds us in a place, these limiting thought patterns of indeservability, withdrawing that feeling of being insufficient. Allowing this vortex of light to spin and to spin. Another minute and we will move on. We'll allow this vortex to do its work with each one of us, allowing your higher selves and your souls to work with you deeply, calling for this cleansing, this healing. Oh. And so the vortex of light slows and slows and slows, and it slows and slows, and it comes to a stop. And once again, it is a beautiful column of light, calling the energy of illuminated hope. And the energy of illuminated hope filters down through each of these columns, which surround each one of you, filling the column with illuminated hope. And your energy body absorbs what is needed. Feel that hope in your hearts. Illuminated hope, the hope of the divine. Calling seeds of healing pain and beautiful energetic seeds no bigger than a sesame seed. Filter by the millions into each column of light, and your energy body absorbs what is needed. Seeds of healing pain. Calling unconditional love, and the energy of unconditional love sweetly fills each column. And you absorb what is needed of unconditional love. Feel it in your heart space, filling your heart space, filling each chakra and your entire energy body. Calling the new love resonance of the new world. So tender and so nurturing. And the energy of new love fills each column, and each absorbs. And each heart feels lifted by this beautiful new love. And we'll let it fill each one as it moves from each heart chakra up, filling the body, filling the throat chakra, up into the third eye, and into the crown. Now this energy moves down from the heart to the solar plexus chakra, and down to the second and the first chakras. And as the chakras spill, this new love resonance starts filling each physical body, sweeping through, down the legs, sweeping through the torso, this beautiful new love. Calling the energy of joy, and the energy of joy moves into this column and fills each one. Calling the wonder of joy, and the wonder of joy fills each column, and each heart feels the wonder of joy. Allowing yourself to fill on joy and the wonder of joy. Calling happiness, the energy of happiness. And the energy of happiness dances through each column, as your body absorbs this energy. Calling the light of forgiveness. And the light of forgiveness flashes in and fills each column. And your heart chakra absorbs the light of forgiveness. Feel that sense of forgiveness filling your heart. Feel it filling and that heart chakra and spilling over, and like a wave, it starts filling your bodies. Up through your chest and shoulders, down your arms, the light of forgiveness, up into your head, down the torso, the mid-torso, the pelvis, down into the legs. And at this moment, forgive yourself for what you think needs forgiveness. Mistakes made, the woulda, couldas, for self-criticism and self-judgment. Forgive life for the hardships that you have had in life. Filling on the energy of forgiveness. Calling the light of gratitude. And the light of gratitude flashes in and fills your heart chakra. And once again, this energy, so abundant, gratitude filling the heart, rising through the torso. Gratitude for all of the blessings from Mother Earth. Gratitude for love. Rising and filling each part of every body. Gratitude for our physical bodies, which do our bidding. And we do request that each column of light with each of these high resonances stay around each participant for the next 24 hours. And now we ask each column to expand just a little bit more by another foot or two. And thus it does. And we ask the higher self and the soul of each to bring to each person an optimal future self coming home from the new world, in the new world. That optimal future self who knows an aspect of self called the valued self. For it is the valued self through which we can grow to feel more of our souls. The valued self who knows and is activated for self-awareness, for self-respect, for self-love, for worthiness, for self-confidence and self-esteem, and finally, all of these coming together for self-realization. And imagine, here they come, this beautiful, vital, optimal future self. They look just like you. Perhaps younger, perhaps older, coming right through this column, right and facing you. And their eyes are so sparkly. They are smiling broadly. Their hearts are open so wide. You feel their presence. You feel their grace. And now each one steps, each optimal future self who's activated in their valued self steps to the left and steps smoothly and easily right into your body. They are an aspect of you from the future. They know your path. They know your journey because they've traveled it. They're further on into their more than you are. They have the relationship with their higher self, with happiness and love. They have the relationship with soul and with God, Goddess, all that is. They've grown and dreamed and created the things that you desire. And they've come to be within your energy body, two merging into one. And so the merging begins. Take a deep breath. And as this merging, you feel as if you're lightening up on the inside, becoming lighter and lighter. As you absorb their energy, two becoming one. As if you're even rising on a beam of transcendent light, lightening up on the inside. Feel your heart open, perhaps wider than it's ever done. All of your chakras opened and aligning with the chakras of this optimal future self. And now, once again, feel your feet clearly on the ground. Take a beautiful deep breath. And so, we're at the end of this beautiful experience. And I'll count from 1 to 5. I didn't count you down, but just to help you come back, we'll count from 1 to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Touch your body, feel yourself in your chair. Thanking the wind, Raphael, thanking the wind. Thanking the fire, Michael, thanking the fire. Thanking the water, Gabriel, thanking the water. Thanking the earth, or Uriel, thanking the earth. Thanking those above, thanking God, thanking Goddess, thanking all that is. Thanking each soul, each higher self, each spirit. Thanking the guardian angels and the unseen and the ancient ones who participated. Thanking the energies below. Thanking the energies behind. And thanking the energies before. Thanking the energies within. And now opening your mental eyes, coming back to your space. Gorgeous. I hope everybody feels lighter and renewed and more present. Beautiful. I feel that it's been beautiful to be able to offer you this experience, and thank you so very much for participating. I'm honored to bring this to you. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening.